At one point, the North and South Pole were perfectly perpendicular to the sun. That is to say, the sun was right over the equator. The polar caps were very small. The Earth may have been at a temperature equilibrium because there's no winter and summer. There's no season change. But there was an event that occurred, probably a cosmological event, that pulled the Earth around so that now the North Pole and South Pole lean toward the sun. What's happening on the crust of the Earth is absolutely cataclysmic. Volcanoes and earthquakes and plate shifts and huge tidal waves. And we're talking about stacking the ocean up 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 feet in the air on one side of the planet.
Wouldn't an event like that wipe out all life?
It almost did. It almost did. It probably wiped out about 95% of life on the surface of the planet.
This event you're referring to, did this occur over millions of years, or was this a sudden event?
It's an interesting question. There's very little evidence that it would have occurred over millions or even billions of years. We have seen that these events occur suddenly in space. For instance, the Schumacher-Levy comet that struck Jupiter. It was discovered, it was named, and it hit Jupiter within a single man's lifetime.
So you're not talking about catastrophic disasters that happen, say, over decades. You're talking about disasters that happen within weeks or months. Major cataclysm, which literally wipe out all life.
So what will unfold during the last weeks? First, a severe wobble. Second, a lean to the left, where the North Pole of Earth tries to evade Planet X, which is coming at Earth in a retrograde orbit from the right. The Earth will be basking north to south in the light of the sun before this falling to the side rolls into the 3 days of darkness. Third, the 3 days of darkness for the northern hemisphere, when the north pole of Earth continues desperately to escape the north pole of planet X, which is pointing directly at the Earth. Fourth, 6 days of sunrise west, while the Earth stops its momentum and returns to an upright position. During these 6 days, the north pole of Earth will have swung to the right due to momentum. Sixth, the hour of the pole shift when the north pole of Earth is violently pushed away, ripping the crust from the core of the Earth. Roadways will heave, trains will derail, and bridges will snap and drop, as the Minneapolis Bridge over the Mississippi did on August 2nd, 2007. Dams will fail and sinkholes will appear, such as this one in Guatemala on February 23, 2007. Buildings will implode, dropping into the ground beneath them, such as this one in Germany on March 2, 2009. And gas lines and refineries will explode, such as this Moscow gas line on May 10, 2009. These phenomena are on the increase, but during the last weeks will become an epidemic. So be in your safe locations well before the last weeks.